Alright, so I'm about to explain how you get stronger while losing weight. There are some prerequisites. First, you need to prime your body to prepare for a cut. If you're like a power lifter and you lift low reps already, you're going to have to switch it up to more like a bodybuilding type program for maybe 4 to 3 months. You still keep your strength by doing singles, but you're going to get your body more used to higher levels of reps, right? So, for example, the guy I have here is 180 pounds body weight, and he wants to get to 170 pounds. His goal to get there would be 5 to 10 weeks. We're going to assume this guy's advanced, so it's going to take him 10 weeks. If he was new, he could do it in 5 weeks. He won't get as strong in 5 weeks as he would 10 weeks, because obviously it's a longer time. So, before he starts this cut, he can do 205 pounds for 10 reps, 4 sets. So when we start him out on week 1, we'll have him do about 215 pounds for 8 reps, 4 sets. And then next week, we're only going to go up by 5 pounds, 8 reps. Then the next week, he goes up. He can't do it for 8 reps anymore, so we're going to drop that to 6. Then we're going to keep going up. So from 225, 230. And then we're going to go to 5, 235, 240, 245, 250, 255, 260 by 2. That's what we end off in the 10 weeks. So within the 10 weeks, he would have lost 10 pounds, and his bench max before this was 245 pounds. Now it's 270 to 280 pounds. And he will be having refeed days, so he will be eating more carbs on his big days. If your carbs go too low or your calories go too low, it's going to be very hard to get stronger during the cut. Carbs are not the enemy. As long as you're training hard in the gym and you're not overeating and you're counting your calories every day, making sure you get enough protein, you're going to retain a lot of muscle, if not all of it, and you're going to get stronger. But there's limits. So you cannot go too lean. There is a point when you get too lean, you're going to lose muscle, and because of that, you're going to lose strength. But you can get very lean before that even happens. And the stopping point is if you know your natural waist limit. Like for me, I know 30.5 is as small as my waist can get at the belly button and the small back. So once I get my waist to that limit, anything lost past that is going to be muscle, and my performance will drop dramatically. I know it's because the first time I did my cut, I did Insanity for 9 weeks, and I lost like 30 pounds. I was shredded. You can see every little fiber of all my muscles, right? But my strength dropped very quickly. Although after the cut, I got my strength built back up within about 3 weeks and was past my strongest. But I don't recommend that for people to get to the shredded state. Just very lean. And then you have to do every rep with full intent. The leaner you get, less control and reactivity is more important for the bar speed. So a lot of people get stuck on the weight because they lower the bar too slow, and they might push up too slow. So you got to teach your body to be more reactive. So when you're building muscle, it's okay to lower that bar a little bit slower, but the leaner you get, the faster it needs to be so you can continue to increase your weight. And when you increase the weight, your body's going to get used to it. Therefore, the next week, you're going to be stronger. Because when it comes to strength training, you don't have to annihilate your body. You just have to simulate it enough to know to get stronger by the next week. And this is how you should be training if you're trying to get strong, especially during a weight cut. This is also what I specialize in, and you guys can see in my videos and what I'm doing right now. It works every time. But before this, there's some things I didn't realize. So I didn't realize if you peak, which I do at all my cuts, you don't keep that strength, you maintain it. Well, you not maintain it. You increase the level of your normal strength, your baseline strength is going to go higher. So to counteract that, say you finish at 260 by 2, you'd still do your maxes coming back up from the reverse diet, because you always reverse diet. If you don't, you're going to gain a lot of fat. So you'd still be maxing out every day, but then you'd be going reverse reps. So you'd be like 260 by 2 after you do your max reps. You'd be doing your 255 by 3 for your sets. And then you'll get to the point where you're doing whatever this you can do for 8. So say it stops like at maybe 240 now, you can do for 8. So you're going to keep at 240 by 8 just to maintain that strength. That way when you come up and you start bodybuilding again and trying to build more muscle, you're not going to lose much strength. Otherwise, you'd have peaked and say you're benching like 270, 280. Then after you come up from the thing I just said. I forgot the name of it now. The reverse diet, your strength wouldn't be 270, 280. It'd probably drop to like 265, maybe 260. So it's not going to drop a lot. And you're still going to be way stronger than you were before. But doing it that way, how I just did, so you're going to reverse your reps just like you did a reverse diet, you should maintain optimal strength. Like, your peak is going to stay your peak, and then you're going to have to get the peak again from your reverse diet. So you don't have to wait to rebuild it back up before you do a peak phase again. And that's what I'm testing this time on this weight cut that I'm currently doing from 188 pounds to 161. Assuming I can get that little without getting to the shredded state. Otherwise, I cancel it because, like I said, I don't try to get shredded, and you shouldn't either.